Hi, we're going to be doing Capricorn for October 22nd till November 21st. We are currently in the house of Scorpio, so I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle the deck and we'll see what's coming up for Capricorn during this period of time. We're now the 2nd of December. There's a beautiful full moon on Halloween evening, which is very rare. It only happens about every 19 years, so that's kind of cool. Ooh, my hair's falling out there. So yeah, we went up to the top of the highest point here in my city and kind of stargazed for a little while with my son. It was really nice. Okay, here we go, Capricorn. Capricorn. All right, wants and desires, please, for Capricorn, October 22nd to November 21st, please. Wants and desires. Oh, that came out very quickly. The star. So some of you are looking for a new sense of renewal. You're suffering from anxiety and depression. You want that to end, and you're also in a love triangle. Wow. Okay. For some of you, you're one. So I got two things happening here. For some of you, you're in a love triangle and you want out. For some of you, you are out already of a love triangle, but you're being plagued by the past love triangle, if that makes any sense. And you want that to kind of renew into something new. You want some movement going forward. In terms of what's keeping you up at night. Because you have the Star and the Nine of Swords and the Three of Swords in the reverse position. So I'm going to read the actual meanings to you here. We're just going to get the rest of the cards out. So looking for current position, please, for Capricorn. Thank you. Okay. So you've come out of an addiction, or you've let go of something that's been holding you back. Whew, for some of you, you're still bound by your psychological problems, though. You're still thinking about what's happening. You're still stuck in your head. You are having, I wouldn't be surprised. I really think you should follow your intuition in these dreams you're having. So pay attention to that. But you are feeling sorrowful currently, and I think you want that to end, which for obvious reasons. But you definitely worked on some kind of addiction that you had, something that's holding you back, even for some of you. Not particularly an addiction, but something that was just holding you back. You've let that go. Ultimately, in the current universal position, we do have the marriage card, the the Ten of Cups. I also see the Three Cups there in the current position, so that's interesting. Some communication coming in. Something very mental happening here, and I mean mental as in psychological. There's something plaguing your mind, Capricorn, holding you back, keeping you up at night. You can feel some depression over this, anxiety. I feel like it's a past situation. I'm getting past in my mind, past, present situation still happening. For some of you, oh wow, okay. Whew. A lot of you are scared to death. Okay. Oh my. All right. Overall energy, conflict. Okay. Trying to compromise, but you're living in conflict right now. Five of Wands, which, let me just say, is the only wand in your reading. The only fire sign there. So, okay. The Five of Wands represents compromise, okay? And sometimes what happens is you can be in conflict with something, or a competition with somebody, or you're having some kind of rivalry happening, and you are looking for compromise there, okay? That's the overall energy, compromise of this reading. So whatever this reading is about definitely is surrounding the fact of compromise. Now that could be communication, because there's a lot of sword signs, and some emotional signs. So I feel like there's some turmoil emotionally and mentally happening here. I don't see a lot of wands. Like I said, this is the only wand card that came up. Two major arcana here is the Star card, the Renewal card in the upright position, and the Devil card in the reverse position. Okay, and the Star card being a number 8, and the Devil card being a number 6. And 8 and 6 is 14, 4 and 1 is 5, which is the number of completion. So I feel like some of you are definitely working through some past issues and you just want to move on from them. So let's get into the reading, okay? So, as we said, the Star card is renewal. and my little handy dandy book talks about you no longer want to have this depression, okay? You don't want to be ignored anymore. You just want that to be you want that sense of new, you want a new start. Let's just say it like it is, okay? The Nine of Swords there is talking about you know, having anxiety, stress, nightmares, depression, sleepiness, and worrisomeness. So like you're worried about this constant feeling you're having, and this constant instinctual, intellectual, emotional connection that's got you wrapped in your head. It's a mind-heart connection. Let me just place that out there. The Three of Swords in the upright position usually talks about sacrifice. So I feel like you are willing to sacrifice something to get past this, but it's in the reverse in this reading. So let's look at what that has to say. So the Three of Swords talks about apologies, recovery after a loss, and some physical healing. So I feel like a lot of you guys are looking for that physical healing, you know, the depression, anxiety, that's keeping you up at night, that's giving you nightmares. And again, pay attention to those dreams. I feel like that's your overall wants and desires right now, okay? In the current position, you have the Devil in the reverse. And that's the Death card, which means ending. So you're in a new position right now for new beginnings. That's a fantastic thing to have here. And again, associate this to the Death card as well. The two are essentially combined when it comes to mental readings, psychological readings, like, you know, what's in your head, kind of what's going on. Because the Devil is a card that really takes over your willpower, your mind control. It makes you do things sort of like if you don't want to, like, you know, it creates laziness. It creates, you know, the being tethered to something, like, you know, when you get stuck in a rut, that sort of thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be an addiction per se. It could be like a state of mind that you can't sort of break a cycle from. So I feel like you've done that, or you're trying to do that, right? For some of you, you've already done it. For some of you, you're trying very desperately to have it done now. But the Devil card does talk about, like I say, because it's in the reverse, leaving an abusive situation. You know, maybe right now you're just having some playfulness, playful sex, playful relationship, whatever. It's not something that's not stagnant. It's not too heavy. And also, yeah, there's some recovery happening there again. Second time I'm going to say it. The Eight of Swords is right beside you there. And that talks about restrictions, again, imprisonment, mental imprisonment, restriction, limitations, mentally isolated, mentally stuck, mentally bound, okay? You're bound. You cannot see what's ahead of you, and you're very, very anxious about that. You don't know whether to go left or right. You've got all this stuff surrounding you mentally, and you just cannot get, like, I'm going to show you the card. And comment below if this resonates with you. Okay? You just feel bound by whatever's happening right now inside your mind. But the immediate outcome of the current situation is that you do have the Three of Cups there, which is an emotional card. It's a fluid card. It's a water card, okay? And it talks about, well, definitely a communication card as well. So emotions, love, creativity, you know, kind of a sense of happiness. And it's a celebration card. So that means that, you know, friendships, there's going to be like a gathering or some kind of party that takes place. It may have already done. You may have already had it on Halloween. I don't know. For some of you, I feel like it's already happened. But there's going to be somebody there that gives you so much support that it makes you reconsider why you're feeling so anxious to move away from this mental situation you're in. And definitely gives you some leeway to get there. Now, in the universal position, you have the Ten of Cups. So the universal energy is saying the Ten of Cups is there, celebration is there, union is there, family is good, kids are happy, okay, you've got the yin and the yang, the left and the right, everything seems balanced. Okay, and it's blessings. It's a blessings card. So the universe is sending you blessings for all this terrible anguish you've been through. And Yeah, it's the good life. You know, home, harmony, family, celebration, security, okay? And some unit, some harmony. It's a harmonious card. It's a blessings card, right? So that's fantastic. Five of Pentacles sitting there in the reverse. Okay, and that talks about a new job, a new home, hope, return. So again, third recovery card, okay? Third recovery card right there. 3 times. Everything happens in 3. So this is definitely coming to fruition. Universal energy is definitely helping you complete the cycle that you're in. And you will break free from this. I know that some of you have felt that this particular situation you were in, that you trusted the person. I'm getting a vibe of, well, with the Ten of Swords, it's pretty obvious, but like being stabbed in the back, right? And I feel like the universe is reiterating that thought to you. It's reminding you, okay? It's reminding you of that new start, that new recovery, that forgiveness to move on from. Otherwise, you're going to be in that same place mentally if you don't do that. So I feel like you have to be forgiving of the other person, perhaps see it from their perspective maybe. And also, to forgive yourself is, I think, harder than to forgive someone else. I feel like there's some guilt being carried around by you, Capricorn, for a decision you made, or that because you're still in this situation or whatnot. But fear not, it is time to move on. It's time to move away from this mentality. I feel like, you need to break the chains that are binding you. And to do that, you have to kind of put yourself in the position of the other person maybe and see it from their perspective, and then you might not be so fearful. Now, I do feel like as well that the trust was broken between someone here. Yeah, there was a serious betrayal. And again, the depression, it's another depression. This is the third depression. Card. So I think you feel defeated, but this reminds you that there's new beginnings happening, okay? There's just right around the horizon, there's going to be new beginnings, the energy is telling you, okay? And it says endings and new beginnings, all right? And I don't know, for some of you, there's somebody out there watching this video that it's been gossip, that they're stressing over somebody talking shit about them behind their back. And I think that my advice, the words that are coming out of me right now, they're telling me to say, listen, it's not your business to know what it's in somebody else's mind. It's not your business to control what somebody else is saying about you. It is your business to maintain your integrity, be your truthful, authentic self, and the truth will always prevail. So if somebody's talking shit about you, like gossiping around the water cooler at work, or someone in your family, or I don't know, whomever it is that's irritating you right now about the situation that you're in, or the situation that you were in. Some of you, this is to do directly with that situation. Some of you, it's completely separate. I do feel that you have to remember that it's not your problem, it's their issue, that they have this ability to be so negative. And when you lower your negative energy, it's not a good place to be, and you yourself will be brought down to that negative. Basically, if they go low, you go high, right? Simple. So that's basically all I've got right now. I'm at 14 minutes. So what I'm going to do for you, Capricorn, since you're having such a horrible time right now with this stressing over all this that's going on with yourself, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull some of my new cards, the Rebecca Campbell cards. I'm going to do some of my oracles, and then my light work cards, and see what comes up for you. All right, see how what messages of love and light that we have here that you can use on your journey through this path you're on, completing this cycle of mental anguish and getting out of this depressive, sorrowful state, and just sort of, because I know you're trying desperately, you're trying to do all the work, and you just want to get to that place where you can be celebrating and feeling blessed, and the universe is going to bring you there. Don't you worry, it's just going to be a matter of time. It's going to take a little bit more time than you expect, but that compromise has to be met, okay? Number 5 is predominant here. Even on the card here is 5. Okay, 5 cycle. 2 tens. Yeah. Okay. So thank you. Please give us some following information here that we can give to Capricorn to help through this journey, please, with these beautiful light quote cards. The artwork's beautiful on them as well. And I've been finding since they are new, they're hard to shuffle, and they don't really jump out at me entirely as much as the others because my energy's not into them yet. But I do find that they're sliding this way, so if one slides this way, I'm just going to go ahead and grab it. If it doesn't fall out of the deck, I mean. That's what I've been generally doing lately, and seems to work. All right, here we go. Baby steps. Oh, see, so it's going to take a little time. So action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. So when you're navigating through this, look at this. This is how you're feeling in your mind right now. See all that darkness and you're trying to get to the light? See? I feel like that's to express your mental state. So follow your intuition before it makes sense. So yeah, so I feel like you have the tools in place, Capricorn. You're a very intuitive person, okay, by nature. And your gut usually has never turned you wrong, never steered you wrong. And I feel in this position, just listen to those dreams, follow your gut instincts, and just take your time with it, little by little, not too much. Don't overdo it, don't overthink it, don't oversay it, you know what I mean? Don't over process, however you want to say it. Just take your time with this, and it will come to fruition. And also the great severing. Okay, so Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. See? So there's your second card. All right. So we're going to go ahead and pull those from the deck for you. And we're going to see what the book says. All right, baby steps. One book. Star seeds is what I want. There we go. Okay, you're being called to take grounded. Let me get my glasses, guys. I'm going to sip my coffee if you don't mind. So good. Okay. You're being called to take grounded action in response to your soul's calling. To start where you are and begin building in a consistent way. So you've already done that. So many people stop themselves from living a soul-led life because they're waiting to know the destination before taking the first step. But intuition doesn't work like that. Our soul is always calling us every moment of every day. The way to find yourself living in harmony with the cosmos is to listen to your soul's baby calls and whispers each and every day, and to take grounded action in the direction of those calls and whispers. You're being encouraged to start small, bite-sized, to put one foot in front of the other, to do one thing every day, to break things down into achievable tasks. The time on Earth goes slower than on other planets. This may cause frustration for starseeds, who can expect a faster pace of manifestation and thus give up before the seeds begin to sprout. If you resonate with that, it's time to opt for consistency over urgency. All right? Time to take baby steps in the direction of your calling. To remember that you don't need to have it all figured out or to know exactly where the path is leading you. You don't have to know every single step along the way before you set out on your great journey. You just need to take the next step. Okay? So what's one simple baby step can you take in the direction of your soul's calling? All right. So inner earth came up for your souls for this inquiry. And it says, you'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. So it says inner earth, also known as Agartha, is believed to be a hidden subterranean world within the planet itself. Many ancient cultures mention it in their stories. It's sad that some of the beings of ancient lost lands, such as Lemuria, Atlantis, and Aryavarta, went there. Hindu and Celtic lore mention caves and entrances to underground worlds. Tibetan Buddhism refers to the secret mystical city of Shambhala, which is thought to be located in the Himalayas. Excuse me. Many have searched for inner earth in the physical world, but without success, so the mystery continues. Is it a place that exists in the physical or on another level of consciousness? There are solutions beyond what you can perceive. Surprising outcomes to your problems and situations, resolutions that are in the best interests of all that are involved. If you find yourself facing an obstacle or feeling stuck and have no idea what to do, you're being reassured that there is a way out. You'll survive things and it will all work out. If you're stuck in a rut, do something to shake up that energy and shift your thinking. Try something you won't normally do. Soon you'll see that the whole new world of solutions are available, and that things that were previously beyond your focus will present themselves. Hopefully, helpful people, signs from the universe, and support in both expected and unexpected ways, which is what I mentioned earlier, are on their way to you. But first you need to do something different to shift your focus so you can receive them. Okay, so there you have that. And the Great Severing talks about I wish these cards had numbers on them. It would be so much easier. There we are. Okay. Excuse me. Now this is interesting because Mars is in our astrological house right now. Okay. Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. This is a shadow card. One that may feel confrontational. So this is shadow work you have to do. Don't be afraid. It's here to bring to the surface anything that's standing in the way of letting love in. The warming planet of Mars is our constant reminder that it's important to soften, forgive, and to find our way back to love, since Mars is the planet of war, right? There are many things in the human experience that make it difficult for our heart and soul to stay open to, a never-ending source of love. We're all wounded, and our unconscious wounds inflict wounds on others. It can feel like a never-ending dance we can never escape. If we aren't careful, before long we'll see the world as a scary, dangerous place where fear and anxiety roam free, which is where you're at right now. If this card surfaces, it could be for two reasons. Firstly, for you to acknowledge the difficult emotions, situations, conflicts, wounds, and fears that are causing you pain and anxiety. And secondly, for you to find your way back to love. Because that's our ultimate goal, isn't it? To find our way back to love and to be happy and to feel reassured and, to trust, right? Because there's love. If there's no love without when trust is gone, right? Well, there's love, but anyway, you know what I mean. When we're hurt, it's normal to close off our heart to the world, to let the painful experience confirm the agony of separation in earthly life. Soften and find your way back to love anyway. When fear and anxiety and paranoia paralyze you, it's normal to want to hide away from others and the world. Come out of your cave and soften your heart anyway. We are all innocent children, spinning our way around the world. Find a way to see the innocence in all people, especially yourself. So again, you need to forgive yourself as well as others, okay? So how are you cutting yourself off from love? How can you soften toward those who have hurt you? Is what we want to look at, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and pull your ancestry card and see what happens there. These are so cool. Let's see what great wisdom they have in store for us. Maybe our spirit guide will come out, our spirit animal, help guide us on which for strength. Maybe an ancestor card will come out. It would be interesting if it was a star seed card, like somebody from like, oh, I don't know, like Egypt or something like another planet. That would really align with this, being a star seed child. Okay. Oh, there it is. Oh, the Sky Father, the eagle. Okay, so you got to trust in the unknown. And so a star ancestor came up. Interesting. Follow the voice of your soul. Look at that. And again, soul work, shadow work needs to be done. Like, oh, we got the Egyptian cards, 2 Egyptian cards. Oh, wow. So you have the High Priest and the High Priestess. Okay, that's amazing. So this is feminine male energy duality here. Okay, intend and create and harness your power. So I'm just, I'm going to put these, I have to do this. This is telling me to do this. I'm going to put these side by side. This has to be done for some reason. So this is going to resonate with somebody here. Okay? This is what you want. Not this. Currently you're facing this. You want this beautiful united front. This togetherness, this union, okay? Of light and dark and female and male energy and positive and negative and light and all this. Balance, right? A harmonious situation. Right now you're mentally not in there, so I'm really hoping this has shed some light on things for you, Capricorn. I really do appreciate you popping by to check things out. Again, I hope you had a safe and happy Halloween celebration. If you did happen to go to that party and you had a combo, keep that in mind. And yeah, I hope this has resonated with you at least. And if it hasn't, then you know what, it's just not your story. It's not meant to be. And of course, it's for someone else, obviously. And your story will either come later or on somebody else's channel, or, maybe this is for your crosswalker as well. It's very possible. So that's probably what's going on here. Oh, I got my cards in the wrong spot here. So yeah, if you want to smash the like button and leave some thoughts, comment below. Again, I'll be starting up my new readings again, personal readings, probably. Oh God, well, we're in November now, so I'm hoping in December. I think things will be nice and calm then. I'll get my routine back, and I'll have some open availability on my schedule. It's going to be hectic Christmas time, but I think it's going to be kind of a low-key one this year for me. So. With everything that's happened. But at the same time, I really wish you a beautiful day, and I thank you so much for popping by, and live your life with love and light. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.